Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trading Wars. Thanks for joining me today. So I'm just going to quickly check to make sure that the audio is good. I know I'm starting a little bit early today, but yep, I think the audio is good. So welcome to the stream, and I'm going to just quickly post this on Twitter so that we can get our friends over here. So let's just try to entice people. Let's say this, live now. Come for free candy. Come for free candy. Let's try that. Also cake. If we can see if we can trick people coming in that way. What do you guys think? All right. So see, we got 23, 24 people in here so far. It's my fault that I didn't really advertise this too much because I was very busy and I wasn't sure if I was going to do the stream or not. So, I always feel guilty when I'm about to go to bed. I always think like, well, there's somebody out there that would benefit from me having the stream, and people keep asking me for it. So sometimes I just do them sporadically. So here we go. So first and foremost, guys, let me know where you are tuning in from tonight. As always, let's get a few names on the screen and let's just, see where everybody's at, see how everybody's feeling. In terms of trading today, from the picks was pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy. But otherwise than that, we're gonna be digging through it all. Okay, so here we go. So we got some people in here. We got Karen from Australia. We got Matthew from Orlando, Manuel from Guadalajara, Shernene Birmingham, I believe. Welcome back, Shernene. Noel from New York, Omar from CT, SSL from Modesto. We got James Lewis from Ghana, West Africa. What's up, brother? And Niley from Malaysia, Olivia from Austin, Jay Moore from DMV. All right, guys. So we got a lot of people in here. We got some guy from Canada. Oh no, a lady here from Canada. Shihul Patel. Welcome from Brampton. That's awesome. That's awesome, guys. All right. So I see we're picking up here. It looks like the cake really did work, and sometimes you got to be a good marketer. So what we have on the plan for today is we're going to look at the trades from yesterday, which were Space, Walmart, Visa, and JD. Okay, we're going to look at those. And then from there, we're going to also look at Square, which is a swing trade that I took. So I want to throw that in there so we don't forget. And then we are going to look at the other picks, the bonus picks. So the bonus picks, we had a lot of them, and let's find them. So here are the bonus picks. So we'll just scan through them too and just look for the opportunities. The cake is coming, guys. It's order delivery, so just be patient. All right, so let's get started. Which one do you guys want to start off with first? So Walmart, Visa, JD, or Square? Which one do you guys want to start off with first? Let me know. So first person to comment with what they want, that's what we're going to start with. Okay, I see Square. No, we can't start with Square yet. Square is a swing. So JD. Okay, so JD, let's go. Okay. Let's do something interesting today. So this is what I saw in JD, actually. I saw this line starting from here, and if I draw it, one sec. Okay, I saw this line first. Then I saw this line like this. Then I saw this line like this. And hold on a second. What other lines can I draw here? We had this one like this. And then we had this one like this. Then we had this one. Hold on a second. this one here. And then one sec, let me get the paint. And J-Lo bottom. We had the happy face here. Okay. So that's pretty much what I saw today. I saw all of these lines converging together. We had the J-Lo bottom as support. We had the happy face here. And we also had the moon. Moon was over here. And the sun was setting. So that's pretty much how I did the technical analysis today on JD. And that's how I found the pick. And hit me with the 199 per month, and I'll explain it to you guys in more detail. What do you guys think? Do you guys see it or no? Anybody see it? This guy's got to put me on TV after this one. All right, let's go. Okay, so here we go. JD. Wait, we got a 99-cent super sticker from our brother See Me, the guy with the cute dog. Look at that dog right there, guys. Beautiful. Need to get a dog. Okay. So in all fairness and reality and the truth, all I saw here was an inside bar. That's pretty much it. And I ran the scanners and I found an inside bar. And what the inside bar is telling me is that so basically yesterday was, what was yesterday? Tuesday, right? For all of Tuesday, we stayed within the previous day's range. So Monday, we had a range. And then Tuesday, we stayed in the range. So let me ask you guys a question. If we stay in the previous day's range and we're basically consolidating, what do you think happens to option premiums? Does that increase option premiums or does that decrease option premiums? We got Beasting here with the $2. Where's the cake? I told you it's coming. It's coming. Just be patient. Be patient. Takes time to make a cake. So I see a lot of DKs. I see a lot of drops, right? So you guys know that by now, okay? So something actually really interesting about JD was we had the inside bar. And the inside bar actually closed with a long wick to the bottom. And the previous day's bar, which we can call the ignition bar, that's what I like to call it, the ignition bar, also had a long wick to the bottom. So we could clearly see that there were a lot of bulls in the market for JD. And sometimes we don't need to necessarily see volume or any other option flow or anything like that. We can look at the chart. And, this is very old school, but the chart is telling me this. Price opened here at, okay, so let's do the inside bar together. The price opened at $74.16. It went all the way down to $72.80. And then we closed all the way up at $73.87. So actually, let's look at how that looks on a 5-minute chart. So if we look on a 5-minute chart, see, this is how it looks, okay? So we actually have this big push down, and then we have this rally into the end of the day, right? So that's visual. That's actually what it looks like on a 5-minute. So that's important because now we can see this area here actually was the area that had the wicks. This is the hammer wick. This is the hammer wick on day 1. This is the hammer wick on day 2. So that's obviously giving us some type of idea that there's bulls in the market. So then how can we play that? Well, what are the 2 ways that we trade my style? What are the 2 ways? What do we do? Someone tell me. Someone refresh my mind. What are the 2 ways that we trade my style? What do you guys think? Somebody get the pen and the pad out and write it down for us, okay? Write it down. Anyone that's a good note taker. Okay, so I see drill down. That's one of them. What's the other one? Drill down. What else? What else? Drill down or breakout. There we go. Shernene got it, guys. So the orb and all those other patterns are actually a part of the drill down. Okay, so here we go. Drill down or breakout. So get the pen and the pad out, and let's take some notes. Okay, so let's write it down. So I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna say, okay, TW trading styles. Okay, we have 1, the breakout method. 2, drill down method. Now the drill down method has different variations to get into it. Okay, so get the pen and the pad out, write this down. We have the opening range breakout. We have the previous day fib. So previous day range, fib. Okay, we have inside bar, holy grail, double inside bar, and we have morning leg, afternoon leg, and we also have Fibonacci reversal. That's pretty much it, right? That's all the scenarios, right? So these are all the scenarios. So make sure you write them down. So in order to let's talk about each one of the methods, okay? So let's get back to the breakout method last. So the drill down method, something we can use every single day is the opening range breakout. Do you guys agree? Yes or no? Hit me with a 1 if you agree. Hit me with a 2 if you disagree. Can we use the opening range breakout every single day? 1 or 2? What do you guys think? Yes? Yes? 1, 1, 1. Good. So opening range breakout, we can use that every single day. Can we use the previous day's range, Fibonacci? Can we use that every single day? What do you guys think? Can we use the previous day's range with the Fibonacci? Can we use that every single day? Hit me with the 3 if yes, and hit me with the 4 if no. What do you guys think? 3? So I see 3s, I see 4s. So the answer is we can't use the previous day's range fib every single day because sometimes we're going to gap up or sometimes we're going to gap down. And in that case, the previous day's range can only be used as an extension, which takes us to the Fibonacci reversal setup. Okay, so if we open in the range, we can use the prior day's range. If we gap up or gap down, we're going to be taken to the Fibonacci reversal. Okay, the inside bar, holy grail, and double inside bar, these are whenever they occur. We don't know when they're going to occur. They can occur whenever they want. Okay, the morning leg and the afternoon leg, you can almost always use. That's why I wrote my book about it. There's very few scenarios where it just goes vertically. There's always a leg. Okay, and then the Fibonacci reversal, we talked about that already, which is just the extension of the range from the previous day. We can use that to take false breakouts. We can to short them, to go long, right? Or we can use them to take targets. Okay, so pretty much we got this all here. So what do you guys think is more profitable? The breakout method or the drill down method? Now that you guys have been trading with me for a long time, which one do you prefer? You can use orb on the 5 or 15, whatever you want. Anything you want, brother. Opening range breakout is an opening range breakout. Whatever you want, time frame you want to trade, make sure you backtest it. Make sure you have the data. You can do anything you want, but you have to backtest it and have the data behind it. So breakout or drill down? Which one do you guys think is more profitable? So the answer is it depends on the overall market environment. When there's a period where stocks are just flying, like when we had a few months ago where everything seems to just be constantly going up, the breakout method is just going to be superior because you're not going to be able to catch a lot of these other methodologies. But when the market's tougher, the drill down method is going to save your life because you can go broke just trying to do breakouts. You can, right? The most profitable is probably, it's hard for me to say now because it depends it depends if you're doing options or shares. Anytime you're using a Fibonacci with options, you have an advantage because you are actually using the Fibonacci to anticipate where the price is going to go and where it's going to pull back to and where it's going to extend to. So you're actually getting it at a good deal. While if you use the opening range breakout, right? If you're using the opening range breakout, then what happens is sometimes you can get in at a worse price, right? Because you're just chasing it. See what I'm saying? So the fib really helps you to get good prices for option premiums because you're actually taking things on reversals or you're taking things on pullbacks. All right. So there we go. So we have our stuff there. We have a donation here from my brother Manuel FP with the 50 pesos. Where do you get the purple level from? Awesome content usual, and does the DDM covers from A to E. I don't know what the DDM stands for. Drill down method? Yeah, drill down method is A to E. The purple levels, I have to do another video for that. That's a different strategy. I don't use normal high and low levels that you see from regular traders. I have my own style. And that's a different topic. All right, so now let's get into the trade. So here we go. So I'm going to delete this. I hope you guys wrote it down. So we're going to hit the replay. Boom. All right, so here we go. So the first thing we can do here on JD is we can draw the Fibonacci from the previous day's low and high because we know it's going to open within the range, right? So you can look at the pre-market, right? Look at the pre-market for these tickers maybe 20 minutes before, 30 minutes before the open and say, okay, where is it opening? Okay, I know it's opening right around here, so I can use my previous day fibs to be levels of support. So here we go. Boom. Okay, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that, right? We hit the 618, the algorithm is there, it's ready to buy, boom, shoots it up. You play that with a limit order right there, and that's it. Free money. And you can take the opening range breakout also, okay? So those are the first two setups right there. Then we have this outside bar that shows up. If you're late to the party, you can take the outside bar, that's fine. When we start getting up here around 10:10, 10:20, you got to be careful, right? This inside bar gives you a little pop, and this one, it could be a nice counter trade because it's at the 618 extension. So this is what we call symmetry. I say this over and over and over and over and over again, every single stream. The algo is loading in the 618. They are taking profits at the 618 extension. Okay, so here we go. Inside bar at the 618. That's a good short right there. Take that down. That's 2 or 3 times your money right there already, right? It obviously doesn't last, but it doesn't matter if it lasts. You need what you're trying to do, get in and get out, make good profits and walk away. If you have runners, you let them run, but you need to lock in something and pay the bills. Very simple. Okay. And then the last one is just taking the break above the level, right? You take the break above the level. Here's the level. It breaks. So all winners, JD. No way to lose money on JD. Very simple. Very, very simple. I want to learn, yeah, you can also buy immediately at the open. Just know your risk. Know what you're risking. Your risk is down here. You get in somewhere here. Your stop's down here. If you lose, you lose. Okay, just manage the risk. That's the most important thing. So JD was probably it was a fantastic trade. And if you're getting in down here at the 618, guys, you need to be thinking about all these levels up here for scaling out, right? Hit some on the 10%, hit some on the 619, hit some on the 272, 50, 618 should probably be your last scale out. If you're day trading, the 618 should be your last scale out because you're using symmetry. Using 618 meets 618. All right. So very, very nice. We have a little holy grail actually that comes later in the day. For me, I'm not playing this, but I mean, look at this. Like the indicators are just beautiful. Now, you know what I mean? Like this is a nice scalp from here to here. That's good money, man. Like that's really good money. All right. So JD, pretty straightforward. Nothing really too complicated here. I mean, this is a winner any way you cut it. Any way you cut it, this is a winner. Okay, so hit me with the 1 if you guys are okay with JD. Hit me with the 1. Good. Good stuff. Okay, so let's move on to Visa. 5-minute. So Visa, if we go back to the daily here, so this is one that I also played. So we had the inside bar again. This one was really nice because you see this middle line right here. This is the mid Bollinger Band. This is the 20 EMA, and you could just look at this how it reacts in the past. You can see Visa is one of those that like to hug the 20 EMA. So we came back down. We're hugging the 20 EMA again, right? So obviously that's a good setup, right? We also have an inside bar. I mean, we have 2 factors of confirmation there, right? So here we go. First bar right there, 930, opening range breakout. Take that. Boom. Easy money. Easy, easy. Up here, take the opening range breakout. Let's draw the previous day's fib. Let's see if we had anything here. So this one came to the 382. For me, that's too shallow. Like I wouldn't really play that one, but you guys can, right? You guys can. It's up to you guys. If you back test it and you're comfortable with it, then that's totally fine. And then so the opening range breakout, then we have a little tiny inside bar right up there. And this is a nice short because we broke through the previous day's high. So when you're up here in this area, you don't want to be a buyer, right? Like you've already missed the party. So even if you took the break of the level right there, this is a good push right there for maybe 50%, pretty decent. This one is at least 100%, I would say, depending on if you took it in the close or whatnot. And then this one is a nice little short back down, guys, with limited risk because you take that short right there, put your stop up here. That's beautiful. I don't know if this is if this is real or if this is an error on Tradingview. I'm not sure. But normally you won't see that. So, but anyways, by this time you should have already, been in the trade down here doing your thing and all that. And then we could see if we draw the Fibonacci from the low to the high. Let's not use this one. I think something's wrong there. But you can see again, like we're coming to the 50. Look at this. Look how perfect this is. Okay, watch closely. We come to the 50, we pop up. We come to the 618, we pop up, right? Like these are good scalps right here, guys. These are scalps. Boom, boom. Like it's very, very nice. Very, very beautiful. Very, 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 very clean. Okay. Would you use fibs on a non-inside day? You can use it however you want, brother. However you want to do it, guys. I am giving you the tools. Get out there, figure out what you want to do, back test it, get 1,000 samples, figure out the win rate, figure out the winning streak, the losing streak, get it down, right? I know what I'm doing for myself, and I have too many people complaining these days about blah, 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 and this and that and that. So I'm not here to tell you guys what to do. I'm here to give you the tools to succeed. So you got to figure out what's going to work for your style, what you like. Do you like orb? Do you like fibs? Do you like extensions? Like what do you want to do? Do you like inside bars? And then put the work in, do some back testing, do some market replays, write it down, get your trading plan together, and then go from there. Okay. All right, let's move on. So Walmart. I think Walmart was probably it was hard if you took the breakout, right? And you take the breakout in Walmart, you lost. That's it. There's nothing for me to say. You take it, you lose. That's it, right? But as a trader, if you lost your whole account, that's your problem. Then that means you're not managing your risk. When you lose a trade, it should be a paper cut. It shouldn't be a stab to the gut. It should be a paper cut. If it's a stab to the gut, then that means you're oversizing. Okay? So here we go. First 5-minute bar, big, huge bar. You can take the opening range breakout right there. Boom. That's a good money right there. And then you could see what Walmart wanted to do today is it just wanted to trap everybody. So it had a false breakout above the high and then a false breakout below the low. And sometimes they're going to do that, right? That's the part of the game. You have to accept that part of it. You can't be perfect. No, not every single trade is going to work perfectly. The ones that don't work, cut it, move on. Okay. What I see here on Walmart right here. So we have the first opening range breakout. We have this right here. This is the holy grail. Like it doesn't get better than that. Like check this out. No, sorry. This is the double inside bar pattern. I keep getting confused because when the heavens open, I always think it's a holy grail. But I actually got my friend here to adjust this for me. So this one is the holy grail. The yellow is the holy grail and the blue is the double inside bar pattern. and it's here we go. So we got the double inside bar pattern, just taking the break below right here. You see this? Take the break below, boom. That's a nice push down. Here we go, another one right here. That's a nice one. Here's another one right here. Boom, beautiful. And then if you want to take the Fibonacci, then what we're gonna do is we actually have two legs. We have the Fibonacci, all from my book, guys, all from my book. Okay, Fibonacci, high to low right there. Bam. Come back to the 382, double inside bar pattern. It doesn't get any better than that because you have the fib right there. Then you have the double inside bar confirmation, right? So that's gives you more confidence. Okay, that's the morning leg. Then we can do the afternoon leg. The afternoon leg, let's take the full range from the high to the low, right? And then we come back up right in the zone, 50 and 618, and then you get another confirmation right there, right? You get the confirmation again, another inside bar just settling down, telling you that the market is slowing down. You take your bets right here. That's a beautiful trade, right? That is a beautiful, beautiful trade. Very clean. If you're trying to buy puts on the opening range breakout when the candles are huge, you're going to be paying a steep premium for them. So sometimes it's better to just take the shares. If the candle is huge and you want to do an orb, you might as well take shares because you're going to get a bad price. Okay. Instead, you want to take puts either with this double inside here, or we want to take puts when we come back up and we test the fib. Okay. So hit me with a 2 if we're good with Walmart. All right. The breakout method sucked today in Walmart. And that's just how it is, guys. Not every single thing is going to win. Not every single thing is going to win. So hit me with a 2 if we're good with Walmart. And then the next question here is, if you have on average a 2-to-1 risk to reward and you take 100 trades, if you have on average a 2-to-1 risk to reward and you take 100 trades, how many trades do you need to win? How many trades do you need to win out of 100 to make a profit? Okay, 2-to-1 risk to reward. You have 100 trades. How many trades you need to make a profit? 34, 34, 34. Good. Okay, so basically with a 2-to-1 risk to reward, you need to win 34% of your trades. 34%. Okay, so hit me with a 1 right now if you think you can do 34%. Hit me with a 1 if you can do 34%. Can you do it? Take a drink of water. Yep, I see the ones. Good. So guys, don't get discouraged if you take a few trades and they don't work. They don't work out. Don't get discouraged. Keep trading. Take 100 trades before you come to me. Come to me like a businessman. Come to me like a businesswoman. Come to me and say, I took 100 trades and these were my results. Don't come to me after one trade and cry. Okay? Don't do that. This is a business. If you want to take one trade, you might as well put in the lottery. Okay? Risk small. If you are taking one trade and you're getting nervous and you're scared, it's because your size is too big. Risk smaller or paper trade. Risk smaller or paper trade. That's what you need to do. Okay. And I'm not going to sit here and promise you that I have 100% win rate and 100% indicator that I can sell you for $499 a month. Okay. We got Represent Texas in here. This is my brother right here, Represent Texas. This guy's awesome. I'm actually going to pick one of his trades that he was talking about with Black Box, and we're going to look at that too. Actually, the trade you took with Black Box today where you're looking at the flow and stuff, can't remember what ticker symbol it was, but do you mind just writing quickly what you saw in the flow? And then I'm going to put it up on the screen, all right? Let me know what you saw in the flow, and we'll put it up on the screen. So Rep is going to be helping us with doing testing for the flow, the order flow, and all that, the black box stock stuff, and the dark pool and all that. This is okay. So let me show you. Let me tell you guys how you got to approach trading. So I have my style of trading. So this volume stuff, the hidden pivots and the order flow, whatever, that's not me. That's not what I do. But I'm not dumb enough to think that I know everything. Okay, so Rep is helping us. He's doing a spreadsheet and he's testing the data with different theses. Okay. Okay, if this happens, what are the results? If that happens, if we see this flow, what are the results? So that's how you have to do it. Then after 100, 200, 300 trades, then we can sit down and we can talk business. Say, hey, you know what? There's a correlation between this and this. You know, I was on the phone today with Jake from Trendspider. And they're great people over there at Trendspider. They're very nice people. And, you know, I was telling him that I want to bring my indicators over to Trendspider because I can't leave my followers stranded. Like, we can't go to Trendspider if we don't have our indicators, right? Like, you guys use my indicators. I'm not just going to go over if we don't have them. So we're working on that. But one thing he was talking to me about was seasonality. Seasonality, how Trendspider looks at seasonality. And that's important. I know that's important because I have experience with it. But it's up to me to do the due diligence to see if I can find a correlation with my strategy. And if I can't, then it's not gonna add value. But I just can't run from system to system to system. You need the data. I want you guys to have data. Have the data and make decisions from there. Okay? All right. So space, let's do this one quickly. We're already at 31 minutes. I mean, space, just clean, very, very clean trade. So here we go. First bar 930. Okay. Opening range breakout. Boom. That makes money. Okay. You don't want to play that. Okay. Inside bar makes money. Boom. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. Play the level. Okay. You could take the level too. Boom. Outside bar at the top of the range. That's a beautiful short right there. And then here. Okay. You missed everything. That's fine. Let's do the morning leg. Low to high. Boom. Pull back right to the 618. And look at this. We have a reverse holy grail. We have an inside bar followed by an outside bar. Reverse holy grail. Very powerful pattern. So this is the last opportunity right around 11. I'm out. So if you missed everything right there, take that one, take it into the close, easy trade. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Just very simple. And this is also the break and retest that we talk about. Here's the break and here's the retest. And the Fibonacci will help you to find the retest before it shows up. That's the power of the Fibonacci. You line up the Fibonacci, you say, okay, the level is around here. So likely come back to the 618. Okay, like that's how you do it like a pro. Okay, so hit me with a 1 if you're good with space. Very simple, beautiful trade. And the reason why I put space on the chart, guys, is because of this. These are the things that I look at that you guys don't see. But the reason I put space on the list is because of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 6. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 red days followed by sideways. So basically 6 red days, that's a lot of selling. Eventually, there's going to need to be a pullback. It's not going to go straight down to the abyss. It's not going to go all the way down to zero. There's going to be some kind of bounce. And anybody that shorted up here, they're going to want to be covering down here. So that's why when I saw this inside bar, I said, this is a good one right here. It's in a good zone. We can take this bad boy back up here if we get a play. And that's why we drill down, right? That's why we drill down. Great. All right. And then we're going to look at is it Sophie or SoFi or SoFine? I don't know. I was saying spice the whole time. And someone's like, no, it's not spice. It's space. Someone actually wrote me an email. It's like, I really like your analysis and everything, but you keep saying spice. You know? So I got to say space now. Okay. Ricardo said, send the image to your Twitter. Okay. Let's try to find my brother here. Did you DM me, brother? All right. Okay, let's look at this. So I am in no way an expert with any of this shit. I'm not. And I'm not going to pretend that I am. So I have smart people like Ricardo that know something about this to do the analysis and to see if we can get an edge. And if we can get an edge, right? If we can get an edge, then we can help each other. We can help the universe. We can help the world. We can change lives. That's what it's about. It's not always about the money. If I can give somebody a tool to go and fish, if I can give them a fishing rod, they can feed the whole village. Okay, hit me with the 3 if you understand what I'm saying. If we give the man the fishing rod, and teach him how to use it, he can fish for the village. You guys understand what I'm saying there? Okay. So Ricardo, why don't you type out what you saw, brother? So I'm looking at this here. Let me try to read this as a novice. Okay. So a sweep is an institution buy, right? And we can see here, we're looking at the flow. We can see here 11:13, 11:15. These guys are doing 8:20. 8:20 is August 20th. So that's like a month out, right? And they hit it with heavy size. They did 95K and 137K. Is that what you saw, Ricardo? What else did you see there? Let me know if that's what you saw. So he says he missed the open. So basically the open was here. Okay, 9:30. So let's draw the lines together. I don't know why the lines disappeared. So let's draw that. So that is a tight inside bar. Doesn't get any tighter than that. That's insane. So let's just use the high and the low for simplicity right now, like that. Okay, let's go in here. So there we go. So let's draw it. So it doesn't get any cleaner than that, right? That's just a first 5-minute bar, breaks through the level. So if you use a level approach, you're just gone to the moon, right? And if you use the opening range breakout, you got to sit through a little bit, but then it picks up, right? And then if you want to use the fib, again, remember what I said. The Fibonacci is going to tell you where the retest can come in. So there we go. You see how it retests the previous day's high. It comes back, retests the previous day's high, and that lines up right with the 50. So that's where we tag the 50, and then boom, right? So let's read this together. So he's saying a sweep is an urgent order, and he caught it at the fib. So that's beautiful. So at 11 a.m., I saw the large orders and caught the fib. It doesn't get any beautiful than that. It doesn't get any better than that. So 11 a.m. is right around here, right? So now what are we doing, guys? What are we doing now? So now we're using our technical analysis. We're using our, the trading war system, right? We have the morning leg Fibonacci from my book right there. Okay, morning leg. Here's the morning leg. So now you're looking at the flow on top of that. So I gotta apply to become an affiliate at this point. You know what I'm saying, guys? But basically, we know the fib is here, lines up with the previous day's high. We know it's the morning leg, so we know we have a decent shot. And then you start seeing the sweepers coming in, right? And that is a 10 out of 10 trade because you have all the stars aligned, right? So that's beautiful. Thank you very much, Ricardo, for sharing that. Appreciate you. Guys, follow Ricardo on Twitter. He's one of the main guys that's been with me in Trading Wars for a long time. From the beginning, he's helped me with the Discord and taken that over for me and really been a major part of my success. And I want him to grow and do his own thing. And I want my people to grow. So this is his project, and it's up to him to kill it, right? So give him a follow. If he finds more data and stuff like that, we can be getting it done. And don't sub to Black Box yet. Let me get my affiliate thing going first, guys, and then we can hit them up with the subs. All right. So what's left? Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about was Square. And I actually wanted to make a separate YouTube video on this. I probably still will, just so that we have it there. Actually, I did post the picks for tomorrow, so let's just look at them quickly. So here we go. So we have Apple, Moderna, Johnson & Johnson, and United Healthcare. So here we go right here. Let's just look at those together very quickly. Go to the daily, and then I'll come back to that. So Apple right there on the daily, nice tight inside bar. That's a nice setup. Moderna, nice inside bar, also at all-time highs. That's a beautiful one. Johnson & Johnson looking to come back to all-time highs, inside bar, and United Healthcare with a nice double inside bar pattern on the daily. So very, very nice setups. I like those. There's a lot more setups that I have. There's a lot more setups that I have, and I'm going to share them right after this. So let's hit Square. Let's talk about this one. Let's go to the weekly chart here, and let's talk about this. So Square came to my attention first with the Holy Grail pattern. Okay. So the Holy Grail pattern was what triggered my interest in Square on last week. And at the beginning of the week, you guys know we had a big gap down. So here was the gap down on Square. It came all the way down here and we pushed down. And what I saw with Square is we pushed down, and then by Tuesday or Wednesday, we started pushing back up. So what I had here was a Holy Grail with a bear trap. This is a bear trap because we pushed down and then we started turning back around. So when I was looking at this, I was saying, okay, we start coming back around here and we push through the previous week's high. Here's my entry right here, my entry at 247.14. And if we turn around, we start pushing back, it's going to be pretty a nice trap for the bears. So that's exactly what happened. We pushed back up. All those bears that were down here got stopped out, and we flushed right through. We hit the first target, which is right here, and took some off the table, and we're still holding some, right? And I also took calls. What else do I have on calls? So let me just see the Square calls that I took. So Square, I took the August 20, 2021, 250 calls. I got in at $12.11, and they went to 18 today, and I'm still holding them. Okay, so pretty great trade. That's about 50% return, and I have it all the way until August 20th. So this one I really want to hold. Guys, the setup was given on Friday to my traders. It was given on Friday. Let's go into the private room just so I can show you guys that we don't do hindsight trading here. Okay, no hindsight, none of that. So here we go. We're into the private room right there. So let's go and find the Square setup. Here. So here was Square posted on July 17th at 9:22 a.m. So I think I posted this on Saturday morning or Sunday morning. Saturday morning, okay? I woke up early on Saturday morning, got the picks ready. Here we go, Holy Grail. So this was the order right here. Entry 247.14, stop 238.62, first target 255.69. So everyone in the room, okay, for those of you who are new to the room too, you have the order. You either set it up in your broker with shares, or you set an alert when it hits the price and then you enter, right? Or you don't have to even take the trade. It's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do, guys. It's up to you. These are my trades. I'm taking them. So I'm trying to show you what I do. It's up to you guys if you want to take them or not, right? So there we go. So we got that. And then what I did here was a conditional order. So I did a conditional order for the calls. Once we broke that entry price, I got calls also. Okay. So the conditional order and also shares. So options and shares, double the trouble. Okay. So pretty clean. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So last thing, I'm still doing the 1 month free in my private swing trading room if you buy my book. I still think that's probably the best deal out there. I don't see anybody offering value like that. And I'm going to keep it that way because I think it's a fair price. Okay. $88.6 for the book, and you get 1 month for free in the room. The room costs $50. I think that's a good deal. All right. So yeah, so that's it. 45 minutes in here, and I had a good time with you guys. And I guess why don't we just take a few questions right now? Why don't we take a few questions? I haven't taken questions in a while, so hit me with some questions. Oh, we got a donation right here. Devious MC84 with the $9.99. Thank you very much, brother. Appreciate that so much. Thank you, sir. Do you use IB pattern with shares or just options? Both. Do you know if there are conditional orders on Thinkorswim? Probably are. So you just got to check it out. Call your broker. Do you use IB pattern with shares or just options? Both. I answered that one. Are you aware of any issue with the golden indicator where the outside bar does not change the bar color? Inside bar works perfectly. No, I'm not aware of any issue like that. I didn't have any problems with mine. So I'm not sure. Hey boss, why is UNH a double candle? What does it mean? Hey brother, thanks for the donation. What it means, brother, let's go. Let's look at UNH. So what it means is that it's just getting tighter and tighter. The range is getting smaller and smaller. It's consolidating more and more. So let's start. Here's the ignition bar. You see this? We have a big range from 406.55 all the way to 419.68. Then the next day, which is the 20th of July, we had a range inside of that bar. So we were just consolidating back and forth. We couldn't break the range. And then now, again, today, we're consolidating within the other day's bar. So we're just getting tighter and tighter. So this is killing option premiums, right? And it's building energy. It's building energy looking to make a move, right? Either it's going to break up, break down, or it's going to false break out. Those are the only four things that can happen. Or we can have a triple inside day, which is rare. So I don't think we'll get a triple inside day. It's really rare to see that, but it's possible. If we purchase a complete package, can we get a one-on-one session with you? Complete package. Yes, brother. Yes, you can. So you're talking about the seminar? Yeah, you can. I'll do a one-on-one session for sure. How do I know if I draw the fib from low to high or high to low for the orb? How do I know if I draw a fib from low to high or high to low for the orb? I'm not sure about your question there, bro, for the orb. Watch my orb video. I have an orb video. Maybe that'll help. I bought the book and my invite doesn't work. Gabe Fisher. Your invite for what, brother? DM me if you're having any problems. I'll take care of you. I'll take care of you. Let me know. Let me know what the issue is. I'll just DM me on Twitter. Mind blown. Thanks, brother. Yep. Is Vega decay during consolidation? Premiums decay. I don't know if it's Vega or whatever. If it's Vegas or Las Vegas. I don't know which one it's called. But I just look at the total premium. Would you say it's a good idea to anticipate the direction before the 5-minute candle closes or wait for confirmation and take the break over under previous candle? Both work, brother. Mr. Yin Yang, both work. Both work. It's a personal preference. There's no right answer. They both work. So it depends on what you feel comfortable with. Obviously, if you front run something before a close, you can get a better price. But sometimes the confirmation is helpful because it protects you from false breakouts or false directions. But whatever one you want to choose, you have to stick with it. You have to be consistent. I see another guy just purchased your book. Thanks, brother. I'm gonna right after this. I'm gonna go through the emails and send the books out. Can you make a live the night before going over what to expect out of picks for the next day? I mean, brother, this is what I do. It's the same thing every single day. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. There's nothing that changes. It's the same thing. I'm very consistent. I don't draw lines, 150 lines on a chart. It's an inside bar. We have the breakout method or the drill down method. Keep it simple. That's it. Say, bro, thanks for the Sophie lead. Killed it. Perfect, brother. Got it. Thanks. Yeah, Gabe, just message me. I'll get you in the Discord, okay? All right. That's it. We had a good time. Cake didn't arrive, so I'll get it for you guys next time. We'll get the cake next time. I think at this point I owe you cake, cookies, chocolate. Next time I'll say join the stream for a potentially free Tesla or something. Let's see if that one works. That might really get some people in here. Actually, there was a streamer or a YouTube channel that said they were giving away a car. You guys remember that? I wonder if they actually gave away a car. That's interesting. Anyways, today was a very good day. You know, I made good money today. I hope you did too. Very clean plays. Very, very clean. I don't know if tomorrow, not every day is going to be clean. One of these days, we're going to get bashed. We're going to get punched in the face. That's a part of the game. But you got to keep getting up. You got to keep coming back. Guy says, yeah, and it was kind of a scam. Oh, my God, yeah. Wonder if I do a Lambo. Maybe I'll go viral. I can give a toy car version of a Lambo. Maybe that'll be the trick. All right. I feel like that's pretty much it. I'm gonna post some more pics. Thank you for your time. And this is 3 days in a row. Tomorrow I probably can't. I have my family is over, and I need to spend some time with my family. I don't do that anymore, so I need to do that. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great night. Yeah, Trading Wars merch. I'm gonna work on that. Thanks, brother.